All right, you buying that. It's the Pacific Division edition.
Okay. I know my divisions.
I just like messing with you. 22nd season for LeBron James. Player option for next year. Isaiah Thomas implied that he's also going to play with his son, Bryce. Did I just say that out loud?
That's fine.
Are you buying that LeBron will play another year after this?
Oh, for sure, I'm buying that. As far as is he going to play with Bryce, I don't know enough about the kid's game.
I don't either. What's happening?
I'm not following high school hoops quite yet.
He's a
but
senior.
I tell you what, I think it's awesome that he's playing with Bronny. If he gets to play with two of his kids,
This is out of control.
When does it stop? Like
it never ends.
But that would be extremely cool. But I don't know enough about the kid. But yeah, LeBron, after what I saw in Paris this summer, he ain't stopping anytime soon.
At that point, LeBron just buys a team, and then he's just like, this is like our family business.
Yeah, put Savannah on the team. Like anything, put your whole family.
Why not?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that this was even an option. All right, Eastern Conference executive and scout said that Bronny has been set up to fail. Are you buying that?
Not buying that. I don't know too many second-round picks with 4-year guarantee deals. That doesn't sound like somebody that's trying to set you up to fail. If anything, they're putting you in a position to be successful. You know, you have years and you have time and patience, you know, from everybody that's involved to have an opportunity to develop under the tutelage of not only your father, but being a professional as well, and having a chance to go play in the G League, play a ton of minutes, get professional experience, and have an opportunity to just compete. And like I said, you got so much time. There's no pressure on Bronny to be on the court immediately, not even next season. So if that's the scenario of failing, I disagree. I'm not buying it.
I think though you can make the argument that the Lakers had all the intention to set him up to succeed, but in doing so with a guaranteed deal, the outward appearance will look as though he's failing because of that.
You know how many second-round picks have failed though? Like
I agree.
You know, 55th.
But they didn't have this kind of spotlight.
No, but I don't think. No, I don't think he's being like loser. I think he's actually being set up to succeed. I think he's got all the resources. I think he's got all the confidence in the organization paying him up front. He got paid like a first-round pick, and he was a late second-round pick. So I think it's actually the opposite.
And I want to speak from experience. I was an 18-year-old kid coming out of the draft, and instead of them throwing me to the wolves, putting me in a position where I have to make a team, they gave me a 3-year guarantee deal. They gave me an opportunity to develop. My first year, I played in 23 games. My second year, I was able to double that. By my third year, I was somebody they could trust to put on the floor, and my career took off from there. They gave me an opportunity to grow, develop, be around the pro game, understand what it takes to be a pro. And then, you know, in my third year, I turned the corner. So I don't look at that as putting them in a position to fail. I think
they're patient.
Yeah, you got to be patient and allow the kid an opportunity to grow and improve.
All right, that makes sense to me. Chandler, up in San Francisco, Clay's out, Warriors added DeAnthony Melton and Buddy Hield. Are you buying that they're better this season?
I think they're pretty much where they were last year. I think losing Clay is going to hurt. I think it's going to take some time to get adjusted to that. I love Buddy Hield. He's always been a sniper. I feel like he's always been on the trading block in his entire career. He's now in a place where he can thrive in that offense and that system. Playing with Steph Curry, he's going to get a lot of open looks. There's no such thing as a bad shot for him. So I do like that. Will they get better? Again, I still think they're in that kind of 8 to 12 seed, which is tough. But I think they kind of pretty much stayed stagnant.
Stagnant's never good.
Yeah.
The GM survey, I do love a survey, Lou. Steph Curry was not voted the best point guard. That's the first time that's happened in 10 years. It went to Luka Doncic. Are you buying that Steph is no longer the best?
Father Time is undefeated, and that's okay. And that's okay. That's a testament to where the game is and where it's going. You got guys like SGA, you got guys like Ja Morant, you got guys like Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic that, you know, they've done a great job of dethroning him. And we talk, like we said, for a decade, he's been considered the best player. He's a champion, he's a Hall of Famer, and he's also in the last stretch of his career. And these guys are just getting started. They're going into their primes. I don't see nothing wrong with this. If anything, this is going to light a fire up under Steph, but I think it's consistent and I think it's fair.
Yeah, it's fine. He's not the best point guard in the NBA this year. He's the best point guard of all time. Does it really matter?
No, it's just, and
You know what I mean?
you're right. I think the motivation, you probably don't want to do that. Probably not a good idea. Lou recently said that KD deserves to be in the GOAT conversation. Chandler, you buying that?
I do. I think Kevin Durant is unbelievable. I think with his skill set and what we've seen with his height and his length, he's kind of the first one we saw be able to handle like that, create his own shot, shoot over everybody, athletic. He's an absolute bucket. He's probably the hardest player ever to guard one-on-one, just with everything he provides with his length and his touch. So yeah, I think him taking kind of the easy way out in the one free agency and going to Golden State and squadding up, I think that's kind of hurt his resume and his clout a little bit. But real hoopers know Kevin Durant is up there with the best.
And real hoopers also know he still was the best player on that
That's
team
what I'm
during that run. He still was the best
So how
player
is
on
this
that
still
team.
a narrative? I'll never understand this knock on KD. He didn't go there and just ride coattails.
Oh, he
He
went
went
there
there
and
and was amazing.
Yeah.
So why does this keep happening?
It's just when you make a good team better, and you make a
Well, I
good
mean-
team great. And you're that good. People want him to do it on his own, which is silly. Like
impossible.
it's silly. So I do think Lou is right here. I think Kevin Durant is one of the first we've seen to be 7-foot guard. Like
Yeah.
Wemby's the only thing close to him that can kind of handle that, and he's still so far behind his offensive skill. He's obviously has potential to grow, but KD is definitely like if I had to pick, we did this the other day, top my starting 5 of all time.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant's in it.
Okay. So then he's definitely in the conversation
Yeah.
for GOAT. Speaking of the Suns, they added Tyus Jones in the offseason, Lou, and he'll be on the show tomorrow. Are you buying that this makes them better and a contender?
Absolutely. That was one of the spots that they needed to recognize that they needed some strength. You know, they had Bradley Beal trying to play some point guard, had my boy Booker trying to play some point guard. It really didn't work. Now you got a guy that can go out there and run the team, and he also don't care about scoring the basketball.
Right.
He's going to go out there and do the dirty work. He's going to defend. He's going to keep everybody organized. He's going to make sure those 3 guys get shots and make sure they're in their positions. I think this makes them a better basketball team. I'm buying.
Tyus Jones and Monte Morris. They needed a point guard. They went out and got 2 solid vet point guards. Great moves.